I'm Jameson with Cooper Fleet Services. Today is Friday, May 21st, and this is recent automotive news. The big news this week is the reveal of the new Ford F-150 Lightning, the all-electric truck from Ford. I'm very interested in seeing more about this vehicle. More on that later. First, some other headlines. The chip shortage is still front and center in the automotive news as Ford announces more delays and plant idling for some of their most profitable lines, the F-150 truck and Escape. Ford has said it will lose at least 1.1 million vehicles in production in 2021 due to the ongoing parts issues. The UAW is reviewing CDC social distancing and mask mandates, but continue their current rules until OSHA comes out with regulations. This is coming after a joint committee of members from the UAW, Ford, GM, and Stellantis met earlier this week. Ford announced a new joint venture with company SK Innovations. This venture will be for battery production in the US, and the plan is to produce about 60 gigawatt hours of battery cells and supporting modules. The target will require at least 2 facilities be built, and the companies expect to start production in the next 4 to 6 years. Ford claims the future EV volume will more than justify the joint venture. Stellantis also announced a new joint venture with Foxconn to develop in-vehicle technology. They are going to focus on over-the-air connectivity and infotainment. The idea is to bring more services into the vehicles and to create more e-commerce opportunities. This technology will not only be used in vehicle production by Stellantis, but also sold to the other auto manufacturers. Wednesday was Ford's big release of the F-150 Lightning all-electric truck. Ford has taken over 20,000 reservations for the new vehicle already. Ford CEO Jim Farley spared no expense at the new rollout of the vehicle. I, for one, am very interested to see how the future of electric vehicles turn out, particularly in fleet and commercial applications. This truck could have a lot of potential for upgrading the way some people do business. Let's break down my thoughts on the new electric truck from a business perspective. The statistics are really impressive. The powertrain is producing 775 pound-feet of torque and 563 horsepower. This is giving the truck a 0 to 60 time of around 4.5 seconds and a towing capacity of 10,000 pounds with a payload capacity of 2,000 pounds. The truck is available with 2 different battery options. The standard battery will get around 230 miles if the truck is not loaded, and the upgraded battery will be much closer to the 300 mark. These numbers sound great, but I'm concerned how the range will be effective when these trucks are loaded up with 3 big oil field boys and 1,000 pounds of tools, or pulling an 8,500 pound trailer. Electric vehicle ranges can be cut down to a fraction of what they are normally when towing or hauling, and I'm curious to see how Ford plans to combat this. Ford has announced many features for towing and hauling, including Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, onboard scales, a smart hitch, and trailer backup assist and reverse guidance. Although these sound like great options, if you can only tow 10,000 pounds for 60 miles, it doesn't seem to be too useful. With 9.6 kilowatts of onboard power, I think this is where the truck has a real chance to shine. The truck has 11 power outlets and can run multiple power-hungry pieces of equipment at the same time. This could revolutionize how industries that require on-site power tools and equipment that usually require large generators work. This might also open up mobile services that were not available before because of power restrictions. Ford did announce one thing that sent chills down my spine. The new F-150 Lightning will have over-the-air updates. They pitched this as a really good thing and a way for engineers to bring you new features even after you purchased the vehicle. As an IT guy, I see software updates a little bit differently. This is by far the easiest way to introduce problems into a system. Have you ever had your computer set up perfectly and had all the programs and websites you needed to use working perfectly, only to wake up to see that Windows has had an update and now you're getting error messages and compatibility problems? It happens to all of us. Our phones are probably the best example of forced updates. I don't know about you, but I hate when I have to do one of these. I always end up having to redo settings, passwords, repair Bluetooth devices, not to mention, this is how cell phone manufacturers practice planned obsolescence. Ever notice that when a new phone comes out, the old phone usually gets a big software update and they're never the same? The phone manufacturers have admitted to throttling performance on older phones with updates. With this being said, I'm not all that excited for the connectivity coming in future vehicles. That's been it for automotive news this week. If you like content like this, please feel free to check out our website at www.cooperfleetservices.com. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, like and subscribe, maybe even comment down below. Hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe.